everyone, this is Jaclyn Krymowski with the Herd Book Ag Media, here to give you your Moving Iron Ag News update as we finish up this first week in February. Starting off with our political news this week, the United States Department of Agriculture recently announced a partnership hoping to ease the ongoing port congestion issues and restore some of the disrupted supply chain and shipping issues regarding the services to United States exports, especially when it comes to agriculture commodities. This solution is a pop-up sort of port, which is a 25-acre site along the Port of Oakland that is supposedly going to help agricultural-based companies fill containers with their commodities more easily and get them exported. And while we're still talking about the Department of Ag, news is that the crop insurance flexibilities were extended by another 5 months. This is in regards to the original January flexibility deadline, and it was pushed back due to ongoing COVID-related issues. Now, farmers have until June 30th, 2022, or even later, to sign up for the approved insurance providers. There is going to be a significant pay raise for workers who come here to the U.S. on the H-2A non-immigration agricultural workers program, and this is all due to the 2022 Adverse Effects Wage Rates, or AEWR, coming from the Department of Labor. Now, this follows with an increase in demand as the national AEWRA says that since 2017, they have gone up almost 30%, and some individual states going even more with an increased demand for temporary and seasonal labor. Last year, there were over 317,000 certified positions to be filled by H-2A workers, and that is up over 3 times from only 100,000 being certified back in 2013. And while, of course, higher wages come with higher demand, unfortunately, some farmers are concerned, and the National Council of Agriculture Employers president and CEO has noted that farmers can't necessarily pass on these higher expenses to their consumers. And he also feels like both politicians and the public don't necessarily understand that a large wage increase for these agriculture workers are really only giving back small increases in total consumer prices. So the long-term effects of this, something to keep in mind and look out for. Now we move on to our international news. Recently, there has been a huge exodus of butchers in England leaving the pork industry, and there are over 170,000 pigs that are stalled and waiting to be processed. Over along the Ivory Coast, the ongoing drought spell continues to push concerns about the cocoa crop. And I'm pretty sure that as early as sometime last year, people were already talking about there potentially being a global cocoa shortage, or at least more expensive crops, and that seems to be holding true as there's been no rain for the second straight week along some of the world's most significant cocoa growing regions. And then while we're talking about droughts, if we come all the way back over to this hemisphere and talk about Brazil, forecasts say that the soybean crop continues to be affected, and the total estimates keep going down as the nation still faces dry and hot weather conditions. Now, moving on to our national news, there is some discussion in the dairy industry about changing the federal milk marketing order, which is a system that has been in place and divides different qualities and types of milk into 4 classes, and it's been pretty established since the 1930s. However, certain voices in the industry have pointed out that some farmers aren't happy with the prices they are getting for certain classes of milk, and they're talking about revising that marketing order and the price and to amend pricing disparity among the milk classes. Secretary Tom Vilsack says that processors and farmers need to come to an agreement on modernizing it before it is officially open for hearings. There are some mixed outlooks when it comes to the organic market, particularly for wheat, soybean, and spring wheat, according to a new report. That say that the market data service and online trading platform Mercaris, which is the main source for organic and non-GMO certified commodities, they report that the domestic organic corn market finished very strong and even recovered from some of the issues they faced last year. Production reached over 9% on a year-over-year increase, and harvests are expected to reach 49.5 million bushels, according to the site. That means that harvest is expected to slow that stream of the organic corn imports throughout this year. Now, that increase, though, could notably lower prices that farmers are expecting to get this summer. All right, that wraps you up for this week. I hope you guys stay warm this weekend. This Ag News Update is brought to you by the Herd Ag Media, serving all your agriculture, marketing, communication, and media needs. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, or our website, the-herdbook.com. Let me know you found out about me here on Moving Iron and get 20% off your first invoice.